Mr. Leo. Oh, my guitar. So I forgot about this project that I was working on, where I was kind of like filming my progress, like how I am improving with guitar, and I kind of like joined a program where I disappeared. So this is kind of like the result of my lifelong progress while learning this instrument. I kind of went on a side quest and started picking up the keyboard over there. It's it helped me understand a lot of the theory of how chords work and how they're created. So then when I came back to guitar, it kind of made sense what I'm doing here. I haven't made a crazy amount of progress. That is kind of like the downfall of this, is that I've just been very consistent in what I'm able to do, but now I feel very capable to learn whatever I want to. So now it's like kind of like a crossroads of where I want to go, right? Because I could go like what I was learning with piano was a lot of like jazz. I wanted to play charts and be able to improvise, which is a lot harder than I really anticipated. It's something that I had to dedicate more time with. But then I also enjoy songwriting, right? I enjoy just using other people's instrumentals and then just putting my shitty lyrics on it and expressing myself in that way. But I also do enjoy making my own sounds and being able to create my own instrumentals, like the little melody that I made. This fucking tone is terrible for that. And then also I'm kind of scattered in between multiple things right now because I love skateboarding. And then I'm also trying to like start a skateboard brand. Very small, like local type of like vibe. So it's music, skateboarding, fashion, and then social media, right? Like I would ideally want to do these 4 things for my career, right? Because I want to spend my time like that and not like at a warehouse. No offense to those people that work in warehouses. I'm 100% willing to work at a warehouse for a time to afford my dreams, because this shit needs to get paid somehow. But I'd rather learn a trade like carpentry. But then that's gonna take up a lot of my time, and then I'm gonna come back 3 years later and be like, how did I do this? It's consistency. I have to decide. And there's a lot of projects that I gave up on along this road of deciding what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life. But right now, I feel like those solid missions are really cool. But then there's a roller derby happening on the 18th. I'm really excited about. But then I'm like, okay, today I was like, okay, so do I go focus on preparing for this roller derby or the market that I have on next Saturday? Those things are happening the same day, and it's gonna be like an hour apart. And I'm the one with the truck to move the roller derby vehicle to point A to point B. But then I could just attend it and watch it instead of trying to participate in it. It was irrelevant for what the purpose of the video was. It was supposed to be for learning multiple instruments. It doesn't matter because I'm having fun with it. But then I also enjoy filmmaking. But then I also understand that I need to make a living, right? But I'm 100% willing to work. I just would like to be able to work 20 to 40 hours on arts and crafts, and then 20 hours on some other job that gets me a decent amount of money. Right now, I'm able to play all 12 major keys with right and left hands, and maybe at the same time, but a bit sloppy on piano. Like I can recognize the pattern, and I don't memorize the actual like notes per thing, right? That to me that has clicked. But it took a lot of like just spamming scales and not learning songs. Like if you tell me to play a song on fucking piano, I'm gonna play this song, the one I wrote. And now my cat just jumped on my. That's another dilemma. Right now, with my living situation, the cats aren't allowed outside my room. I kind of have the litter boxes in here, and that's probably bad for my lungs. And typically, like, I can be out there and let them wander, just watching them so they don't mess up the house. But right now, my family's dog sitting, so they're kind of all trapped in here, and they like don't like to let me just practice my instruments. They kind of like jump in me, bite me, they bother me, I guess. Like, but I mean, they're creatures, and I need to give them more attention. Sometimes I feel like I neglect my cats just because like I'm not home enough. But then when I'm home all the time, I feel like I'm not doing enough to like provide for them, right? Because like the income that I'm bringing in right now is not enough to like pay for rent and pay for the cats. But I'm very blessed in the fact that I don't need to worry about rent for the time being because I just turned 18. Like I'm barely an adult. But I am an adult and I can decide to start putting in more hours and start helping more around with bills. But right now I'm just like picking up a bill or two. That's what I can afford with my lifestyle, like working anywhere from like 9 to 20 hours a week. And then I also love hanging out with friends. Like anyone else in the world, right? But then I gotta learn how to say no because I also have like ambitions that I want to like focus on. But then I spent a whole day working on, I went to go skate, I read, I worked out, and then I came here to work on music. I practiced all 12 keys with like on the piano, and I tried working on trying to play Blue Monk on like charts and started to figure out how to do comping, and I couldn't figure it out. Got off on it. Why? Because I need to put in more hours on that specific skill instead of like trying to spread myself through. And like also because I was offered a gig to go play at a jazz cafe if I could just log in and figure out how to do comping, which I know I could. If I put my mind to it, I could do it. Within a few months, I'll figure it out. I'll just put in the hours and I'll get there. But then I have to make other sacrifices because if I'm spending all that time learning the piano and the money that I'm receiving is like very minimal, then I could have spent that time like actually pushing for a business. But then also like the skateboarding brand, I also know the profit margins with scaling are kind of abysmal. They're not best. I'm not gonna make hella money selling skateboards. Okay, that's not. I would make more money selling clothing than skateboards. But I love skateboarding and I love doing art and I want to be able to give back to the community in a way that I can afford. Like I can't just start handing out free decks like constantly, but I might be able to give one a month away easily, and I can sell them for fairly cheap for the skaters that aren't fortunate enough to be able to afford those $60 decks. I can definitely slide them for like $40 to $30 depending. I have to do some math and like make sure I'm not like completely losing money. So then like the thought crossed my mind, okay, so maybe I want a non-profit instead of a business with skateboarding. But then also have to consider that like, okay, well, while running a non-profit for me was always a goal in my mind, I also need to have like stable place to live for me and my family. Because at this point, I'm under the understanding that I am responsible for these two little creatures. They're basically my children. So I am a father in that sense. So I can't like up and decide, oh, I'm just gonna live in my car because I can't. I have children. Luckily, I have a loving family that feeds me and houses me. But not forever because they're planning on selling this house. And that kind of sucks for me because I was kind of banking on being able to live here a bit longer than 2 years. But 2 years is a lot of time to figure my shit out, but it also might not be 2 years. It could be literally like a year and a half or 6 months. And that's kind of a big variable. But I'm very fortunate to be in this position to be an American with all this opportunity. And I really want to capitalize on this instead of spending my time just like fucking abouts. But it's really easy to fuck abouts in this city. But I'm having fun with it. I think that's all that matters. I feel like I'm not doing enough, but then when I start like putting myself in overdrive, I either get burnt out or I feel like I missed the mark on what exactly my mission should be. Because like if I wanted to chase money, man, like, I'm arrogant in the fact that I believe that I can do anything I put my mind to. So if I wanted to go make money, I could go make money. But it's the way that I want to make money that's preventing me from making money because it's art. I want to paint and I want to play instruments. I want to be able to teach this type of thing. But then I just become like every other guy trying to sell a course, you know. But then also ad revenue is enough to sustain if I can get like a decent like following. But I just have to be entertaining, I guess. But then kind of begs the question, like, do I really want that like type of lifestyle? I don't know anymore. Now at this point, I really want to make music. That's kind of like where my head's at right now. Oh man. This is a demos of my best friend from when I was in the penitentiary. Figuratively, not literally. And my cat's kind of knocked it out the case and messed it up, and now I'm kind of feel bad, but hopefully it still plays. But he's working on an album, and I would really like to also work on an album. I made an EP when I was like 14, 15, and then released it a bit later after, but it was very rushed. It was EP full of demos that I really didn't love. And I want to be able to try that again and actually put real effort, mix my tracks, actually like do more with it, and also most importantly, like put on my own instrumentals. That was always the goal with me. Like I want to be able to play and create sounds instead of just like going on YouTube and being like indie rock type beat, But those are fun too. And maybe I should focus on specializing what I'm good at, which is I don't know what I'm good at. I'm decent. I'm good at learning. That's what I like to think. But to be everywhere is to be nowhere, right? That's what Seneca said in Letter 2. And that's something that I understood from the very beginning, but I am very arrogant in the fact that I thought I could kind of weasel my way out if I just pick a few projects to work on. That way I don't have to quit everything. But then, like, there's things that, like, I gave up that I really wanted to do, like, snowboarding. I really want to go up to the mountain. I've never been. I bought this, and I never actually gone. But I was very excited to do that. It's just very expensive. And skateboarding was a bit cheaper and more accessible because I could just go outside right now. But now I have a truck. I have a job. Next winter, I could definitely go snowboarding. I know I could. But my unstable living situation tells me that I should probably be saving for moving out. By the time I'm 21, I will have either my own place or a shared place with my immediate family instead of my extended family like I have right now. And the dilemma with that is that I don't have faith that I think that I worry that we wouldn't be able to pay that mortgage. And that's just me being cautious or maybe paranoid. Yeah, I'm gonna stop running my mouth because I'm hungry and I don't have infinite storage. I've been using a lot of storage and not editing any of this. There's so much footage of me just running my mouth. It's kind of like journaling at this point. Oh, and then the other job option is just to join the military, right? Since I was in the penitentiary, figuratively, not literally, I already took the ASVAB test. I got a decent score. They would let me in the Air Force with a decent sign-on bonus, and that could set me up for what I'm trying to do. But I don't think they would give me enough for me to really be happy. They would provide me with the monetary things for happiness, but not my spirit lies in art. But can art pay the bills? That's the title of this. Yeah. Can art pay the bills? Fuck. I gotta run seventh chords up and down the piano kind of in my head as like a key to unlock to play anything else. And then also